I have to be less upset about Christian Wilkins because that's a personal thing. That's just, I really like it, right? And the guys that they have replaced him with have really done well. So that's a me problem. But I'll be damned. You lost both your pass rushers. You didn't know when you were going to get them back. And you had a guy on your roster who picked up the slack last year.
Van Ginkel another sack yesterday, by the way.
So,
and a TFL.
So, what I would say is, I ain't gonna never eat it with the Van Ginkel one. I know I got to eat it with Christian Wilkins because that's a personal thing.
Yep.
Right? But Van Ginkel, when you ain't have no pass rushers,
well, they do now.
Yeah, but that's after the fact.
Whatever, dude.
Okay.
Can I just enjoy the guy we got?
I'm not eating it. I'm telling you. Nope. So.
Chop Robin's about to get this turkey leg.
My game bump.
Ooh. Okay.
Goes to anybody.
Whoa.
Who was playing football.
Not me.
With 3 minutes left to go in the game. In the Cowboys-Redskins game.
Okay.
Anyone on the football field. Starting with the kicker.
Whoa.
Starting with the whole Cowboys defense.
Bad snap, by the way.
The whole Cowboys defense.
The center, the long snapper you're going after.
Oh, yeah.
Followed up by the onside kick. That gave up another touchdown. They scored 41 points in the fourth quarter between the two teams. 41 points. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
That was the most bananas end of a game I have ever seen.
Yeah.
Do you have to stick with this long snapper for the Dolphins? Win streak. You don't mess with a win streak.
You can't mess up a win streak.
Can't mess with a
Also,
win streak.
quiet on Twitter.
Can I just say this?
What?
You ever go into your sock drawer and you see 2 socks and they don't match? Do you go try to find a match? No, you just grab another pair.
You can't just keep finding long snappers.
Dude.
I actually just put that pair
long
on.
snapper is like opening up your drawer underwear and seeing that you have
I don't think that's true because what happens? You keep playing this game. We found a long snapper that seems to be snapping just fine. I don't know what's going on with Blake Ferguson and why he's not.
Snappers can snap just fine.
I don't know. Why is this long? Hold on.
You want to give a long snapper $100 million contract?
Their long snapper
they're long snappers.
Hold on. Their long snapper has been eligible to come back for like 3 weeks. He's still not snapping because I don't know what's going on. But now it's the last week. They got to decide, do they keep this long snapper that they have because they can't keep elevating him off the practice squad? And I'd say a win streak long snapper is a long snapper I want to keep.
And I would say a long snapper is a long snapper. You are talking about in a 53-man roster, that is the bottom of the barrel.
All right, listen.
I'm telling you.
I've been telling you I want a super snapper for all these years. You said that was a stupid idea.
Oh my goodness.
Do you think it's because?
Yep.
But our long snapper came from the Association of Long Snappers.
That is true. Fastest snap in all of Texas. Woo! Tucker Addington.
Fastest snap in the South.
First of all.
What?
Nothing on this earth,
Tucker,
says I am an intangible. Like, what is it?
Tucker Addington.
Woo! Tucker Addington. And this might be a side job because in his real job, he's just rich. Addington.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
You know, anybody know a broke Addington?
Nope. Our second multimillionaire that just playing football for the love.
Bear with Gator Cove.
Just doing it for the love of the game.
Wow, Tucker Addington. Go follow him on social media, people. He's only got 1,000 Instagram followers.
And that's why he still has the job. You know, he's not focused on, picking beefs with our safety. Remember when Blake Ferguson
that did happen.
He's not out here talking about Trump or Biden on his social media like Blake Ferguson tends to do. It just kind of seems like he's snapping the football.
I don't really care what Blake Ferguson is tweeting about. I just want to know, where is he? It's just a strange thing to see a long snapper. I know that he had some personal thing, but he's been back with the team.
Whenever he said Tucker Addington sees himself as a young John Denny. Dude,
Well, you would need John Denny to say that he sees Tucker Addington as a young him.
I've never met a person that came into the league and said, I want to be a long snapper. It's usually a guy who played offensive line that ends up being the long
But
snapper.
dude, I'm telling you, and I respect what you have to say, right? Because you're a football knowledge man. Times they have changed, and this guy came.
Let me break it down. Let me put it in your terms, right? You know how in the corner they have a cup man, you have a coach, right? You have the guy with the bucket and all that.
Mm-hmm.
The long snapper would be somebody you bring on the team as the mouthpiece guy. His job for all of this is to just take the mouthpiece in and out. At some point, when they're splitting up the money, they go, we can have somebody we already got on staff do that. That's what long snapping is.
Well, I've been saying to have a center do it, and you said that was a bad idea.
You did say that. It's true.
No, because
I think you called him, quote,
I don't want to have this argument again because I'm going to be
stop bringing it up.
No, because you keep
I'm
saying
telling
it's
you
bottom
you're
of the
wrong.
barrel, and then you keep saying, but you can't just say anybody could do it.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
Anybody can do it, but guys have had some.
But here's the other thing that's changed with it. It's like how all Australians are punters now. Okay,
Wow.
no matter what school. I think even Wake Forest had an Australian punter. I'm like, what?
They all do that. Drop the point of the ball.
Australia has basically taken all Americans out of punting, so you can't be an American kid and punt anymore, right? They're taking our jobs,
except for the black kid from Pittsburgh.
Exactly. But long snapping is now a specialized thing, and Tucker Addington came from the Long Snapping Association of Texas. Fastest snap in all of Texas history.
Let me get this straight.
fastest snap
Wait.
in the South.
Hold on. Let's be clear. Of all the professions on a football team, the only one that has an organization is the long snapper.
You need to unionize as long snappers.
They're already in the union. You're in the players' union.
I feel like you guys don't treat them like other players.
We don't know.
You know?
Dude, I have events or stuff like that. I don't know what position the guy played.
Addington went.
I just know he got years in.
Here's this is the opening line of his professional career. Addington went unselected in the 2020 NFL draft and spent the following 2 seasons out of professional football working at the Texas long snapping camp.
Yes. Where he became the fastest snap in the South.
In 2022, he was selected in the 6th round of the 2022 USFL supplemental draft by the Houston Gamblers. He appeared in all 10 of their games as the Gamblers compiled a 3-7 record and placed 4th in the division.
You know who's not a gamble?
Hmm?
Tucker Addison.
That's right.
At center.
You know what we got to do? Honestly, this is really what it's got to come down to. Him and Blake Ferguson got to have a snap off.
Ooh.
Snap off, dude. That's just how it's got to go. If you're on a 3-game win streak and Blake Ferguson wants his job back, you got to snap it off.
Yep. And it's got to happen at
So here's what we're
going
to do. Here's what we're going to do.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
What we're going to do
Ooh.
is we're going to take who's the least important Dolphin right now?
You.
Durham Smythe?
No. Tucker Addison.
Is there another tight end? Because there's 4 tight ends, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take Durham Smythe, all right?
Yep.
We're going to put a beer bottle on his head, all right?
Oh, okay.
And whoever can snap the beer bottle off clean,
Julian Hill.
it'll just fall. Can't trust him for a project. All right. All right, here's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
We're going to take Wes Welker. All right. Wes, you're going to go out there with that giant helmet of yours.
Okay.
We're going to put a beer bottle on your head.
Perfect.
And whoever can keep snapping the beer bottle off by distance, 3 snaps, that person gets the job.
That's pretty good.
You don't want that.
Why not?
You don't want, like, they snap and they work on snapping at certain distances.
Yeah.
You don't want them snapping it
I got to see who's better.
and look. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Who made you and who gave you the authorization and the tools equipped to being able to determine who is the best football player at any position?
I'm the only person who cares about this.
That I would agree with. No, 'cause everybody else, listen.
I don't even think who's their special
You ever
teams
open
coach?
up a soda and it was flat?
It's not
Yeah.
risky.
You just throw it away and go get another one. That's long snapper.
I gotta feel like you're
That's
running
long
out of snappers.
That's long snapper.
Oh, Crossman.
It's like, yeah, this is Cliff at Long Snappers Association.
We need another one. That
Oh.
was bad.
I don't know if I got another one. Tucker, you can't just keep Tucker around. We ran out of days.
Wait, so
Can't wait for the
I hate-
snap off.
I hate him playing this game.
Hmm?
Is he going to get inducted into the long snapper Hall of Fame?
Funny you should ask, Leroy.
Is he?
Addington is alumnus of the Texas Long Snapping Organization, and while attending, he posted the fastest snapping speed of any player there, a .65 speed. He was later inducted into their Hall of Honor.
Fastest snap in the South. This town ain't big enough for the both of
The
us.
real Mother Tucker.
Oh,
So
scored.
So let me get this straight. He got inducted into a Hall of Honors or whatever without playing 16 NFL games.
Well, it was just about his Texas career. I'd imagine it was a high school thing
Hmm.
Oh, really?
or college. I don't know. Where did he play college? That's a good question. Glad you asked.
The most information you will ever find out about our long snapper right here. On
Sam
the show.
Houston State.
Oh, of course.
I don't trust no school named after a dude.
Bearcats.
Yeah, where'd you get your degree?
What in the Sam Houston are you talking about?
This is holiday week.
Take a break. Get back into the Dolphins. Real Dolphin stuff that's non-long snapping after this. Headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai. Choose from over 1,300 new Hyundai miles in inventory like the Tucson, the Sonata, and the Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. Saw John Johns was down here this weekend.
Really?
Yeah, they were doing some kind of thing called Dirty Boxing. It was Mike Perry. It's his new promotion. They had Yoel Romero. He fought some tomato can. Like they didn't stream it live. It was apparently by invite only. And then they put the videos out. I'll show you the videos during the break. They are hilarious. But John Jones was in the crowd. And then he left in a Bugatti covered in Christmas lights. Good for him. The Miami Dolphins, they throttled the Patriots 31-15, 5-6 on the season. Tua, awesome. Jalen Waddle, awesomer. Jonnu Smith, awesomest. Devon Achane, 2 touchdowns. Touchdown vulture yesterday.
Hey, what about Chop?
Oh, Chop Robinson, dude.
Yeah, he couldn't wait to talk to people yesterday.
Oh, yeah? Was he dressed nice yesterday? You were boots on the ground?
Yeah, I was Jay's on the ground.
What did Chop Robinson have to say? Was he at the podium or did he speak in the locker room?
No. See,
They don't send rooks to the podium.
it's not that they don't send rooks to the podium. You can tell there's a difference when you're winning, you're starting to feel yourself. And you're starting to see music is blasted a little bit louder now. You know, trying to get the interviews, you got to be like right in the player's face because the music is blasting.
Yeah.
Now. And they're more willing to talk to players. I mean, to the media.
Of course.
This was the second week in a row we got Jalen Ramsey. Trust me, the media was so happy.
Oh,
we
yeah.
were so happy.
What
But Chop was happy. Chop was talking about the celebrations, how the team was making fun of him because when they did the celebration, it wasn't like in sync. But this time
he was offbeat.
He was offbeat, but this time he was on rhythm. Like, that's funny. Funny that Zach Sealer's telling you you're not on beat.
Listen, Zach Sealer, he's got to teach the rookies the ways, you know?
Yeah, man. But the interesting part was finding out that Calais could have been.
That was an interesting story that came out before the day.
I didn't make that big of a deal of it because
Well, let me tell people what it
okay,
was. It was there was a report by Ian Rappaport before the game that said that the Dolphins were offered a 5th round pick to send Calais Campbell back to the Baltimore Ravens. He was apparently in on the talks with Mike McDaniel and Calais had a talk. They said, we don't want to do it. We want to stick around here. And apparently the idea was there's a wink from Omar saying there's a wink that if things really did go off the rails, the Dolphins would just let him go and he can go sign with the contender.
That and keep in mind, that conversation was had before the season even started. Okay. And so the fact that the Dolphins went to him and said, hey, what do you want to do? Right? We can do this or you want to just ride it out. I think it shows the character of Calais Campbell that he could have went back to Baltimore and he said, no, I'm riding this out.
He's the vocal leader of the team.
Right. And so from that standpoint, while everybody's making a big deal about this now, understand that this was probably something discussed before he even came here, that he would be given that option. Now, if you know Calais Campbell and you know what he's about from the short time that he's been here, he wasn't leaving. So it's a moot point. It sounds great. It sounds like a juicy story, but it really isn't.
It sounds like the way NFL Network portrayed it was
Right.
They made it sound like Mike McDaniel went in there and threw his body in front of the phone and stopped Chris. No, Chris, no.
No, it wasn't even. They were actually probably had this conversation before the season started, and just everybody being on the same page, they went and probably asked him.
Well, Vlad was boots on the ground in the locker room yesterday. This was Calais on the whole trade rumor.
Calais, it came out today that the Ravens wanted to bring you back, and Mike McDaniel kind of put the squash on that. Can you kind of talk about how happy you are staying here or what you know about that whole situation?
Yeah, I mean, I was grateful that they brought me into the conversations. They didn't have to say anything to me at all. We had a really good conversation about, what we think about this team, what we are. And we felt like we had a good shot to fight, to get back into the fight, and everything's happened so far, based off the conversation we had, as we thought it would. So now we're with a big game, on Thanksgiving, in the primetime slot, to get back to 500 and have a shot to put us back in the playoff contention. But all that really doesn't matter. All that matters is staying in the moment, playing good technical football, and put us up in position to win ball games.
I legitimately could listen to him talk all day. I wish there was an audiobook by Calais Campbell.
Game Boy says he sounds like a professional giant, like he does readings, right?
The speeches are the best though. Like he's so intense for those 15 seconds that he has everybody.
Yeah, you can't, and understand this. You can't be that dude in the locker room and then leave.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I think that more than anything, but I do appreciate that the Dolphins tried to keep their word.
Also, you're going to break Zach Sealer's heart. That's new best friend. Zach Sealer's going to be sitting here crying.
Hey, I tell you what, I think we would fight anybody that said they didn't like Zach Sealer.
Bro, come on. Guy's a monster. He's so good. He's so good.
Oh my goodness. Florida Man said, could you imagine Calais and Doc Rivers having a conversation?
Ooh, drunk.
Doc, who's your favorite NFL player?
I got to tell you, that boy Calais is good. That boy Calais can play some basketball.
Imagine you had a puppet show and all three voices were Calais Campbell, Doc Rivers, and PJ Tucker.
PJ, he drinking that water and they ain't doing nothing for his throat. It's they should have brought him some. Was that Hall's Memphis?
Is he still on strike, PJ Tucker? Like, is he still getting paid by the Clippers but not playing for the Clippers?
Yeah, he wanted to get traded.
Why don't they just release him?
Because it's guaranteed money.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but like, can't he just get? Why not just let? Just let him go where he wants.
No, because you got to get something for him, or otherwise you just eat that money.
What are they gonna get for him? He's 40.
Is he?
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't have gave him.
Well, that was the Heat's whole point. Like the Heat were like, I'll give you 2.
Yeah, dude. They say not for nothing, but We see where this is going. 40-year-old PJ Tucker.
Dude, he played so hard that first half of that year, and he had nothing left by the end of the
Nothing.
season. But I loved PJ Tucker. I loved PJ Tucker on the Heat.
That's kind of what happens when you get 40.
Mhm.
Except for there's anomalies in every sport. Okay. Who was the baseball player, played first base that played forever? He was down here.
Dawson?
No. I can't think of his name. But Tom Brady, LeBron James.
Tim Raines?
Not Tim Raines.
No, he's not a first baseman. Calm down.
I'm just trying to think of old Marlins.
There's a lot of them.
He was Latino.
Galarraga?
No. Can't think of his name. Played forever. We never knew. And so
Hesop Choi?
Oh, he said that he's Latin. Come on.
You're not thinking Delgado.
-1.
not Carlos Delgado.
Hmm.
I could see the face.
Yuli Gurriel?
No. Before it was like early, it was like right after the first championship.
Which was 97.
That was Hesop Choi, and that was Delgado.
No, then the next one.
The next guy was Mike Jacobs.
No,
Derek Lee?
not Derek Lee.
No, that's the
Not
next
Latin.
championship.
Or maybe I'll check.
Gabby Sanchez?
No.
I'm giving you the last like 7 Marlins first baseman.
I know. Well, maybe no. He played first base.
You sure it was first
You
base?
sure it's first base?
All right.
So
It'll come to you.
it'll come to me. So anyway, yeah, like for people to think that now you see one guy do it, now everybody says all 40-year-olds could do this. No. What is happening? Like what is happening with Aaron Rodgers? What is happening with PJ Tucker? Is closer to reality that we just don't want to accept.
Silly Sauce says, I don't think it's going to come to him. The old forget names of first baseman.
I don't think he might have been a
Al
first
Macco says, did you mean Pudge Rodriguez and
No.
the catcher?
No. Yeah, I mean, he played forever, and then like he was 46 and he was playing in a minor league team, on a minor league team.
Here? He played here?
I think so.
I don't remember, dude. It's not coming to me.
When I think of it.
Julio Franco?
There it is.
Julio Franco? He didn't play for the Marlins?
And he was a designated hitter.
No, didn't he play? Yes, he did. He came down here.
No, he did not. He played for like every NL East team that wasn't the Marlins.
Okay, I'm thinking of Julio.
You probably saw him play the Marlins a lot.
Yeah, Julio Franco.
Julio Franco did play a long time.
Yeah, he played like, and then they said that wasn't even his real age. He was older,
Probably.
and he carried around like a tree for a bat.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, like just a big tree. There you go.
Of course, the other
look,
famous Julio Franco.
played till he was 63.
The other famous Julio Franco story from the Levitard show.
I know. I was gonna go there. You would have known right away. And I think that's why I thought he played here, because we told Julio Franco
Because the
stories all
Levitard
the time. Right.